So we're doing something a little bit different today. Well, I say different, but this is probably the third video you're going to see. We're going to do a speed build. Woo-hoo. Well, I was about to say I'm not going to do it, but I did do it. I already did it. But I'm just going to talk about it, I guess. So nervous. This is the weirdest shit I've ever done. I basically am doing a save file, kind of. I guess it's not a save file, kind of. Like, I don't plan on playing in it, I don't think. But I basically just wanted to completely reset every lot and just make something new on my own brain. This one, I'm a bit, ooh, I've done 3 so far. And this one may be the most excited. Glimmerbrook in a witchy face. I'm going to stop yapping, okay? So this is on the far left lot, and I kind of had this idea that I wanted to make like a lot where like an old lady witch lived and had like a young protege living with her who she like wasn't related to, and basically there is a backstory for this girl. I'll maybe tell later. I wanted it to be kind of like a weird shape and it to be quirky, but then I also wanted her to have like a little witchy shop, so that's why you can kind of see this is being built on the back of the lot. It does move quite a bit, and I think I built 2 shops. I build one and then demolish it and build another, but I don't think you'll see the first shop. It is on the gallery, the first shop, but it's just a square box and I didn't like it. And I wanted to use a ton of the Realm of Magic stuff because I feel like they're like in the game, they're not used very well. And I like, look how cute this is. This is cute, the window placement. I do fiddle about with different packs as well. I think I basically was like, I'll use like 3 different packs and use packs that you'd likely buy if you liked Realm of Magic. So I think I used vampires, life and death, and maybe werewolves, and then get to work as well because of these wallpaper things. But this moves, actually, this whole building shifts another way at some point, but I really wanted to use these windows, and I use a lot of them, and it kind of feels a bit overbearing sometimes, and I definitely, looking at it, I feel like I could have done better. This was my first attempt at like building something just from my brain, like not Googling like inspo or anything, like literally just was like, make a weird shape, and the weird shape does come to bite me in the ass. But I think when you spend so much time making things fit and then you're like, oh, I don't like the shape anymore, you cannot change it without completely restarting. And I did not have the patience. I spent so long, and there were so many things I wanted to do. Like, I wanted a foundation, but then I wanted a basement, and I think I get both. I can't remember if I actually get the foundation, but I definitely get a basement because I wanted to. The whole point is, this old lady lives in Glimmerbrook, and she has like a little shop that's not too witchy, but it kind of is witchy, you know, like it's not witchy, like it's crystals and potions and stuff, but then she has like people are like, she's just like the town kook, and she doesn't really they're like, oh, she's crazy, but she's actually a witch. This is the first building that I built. I hope I don't show you this whole thing because that would be insane. Maybe I do, but I didn't like it. Okay, yeah. I think I do show you me building this whole square one, but this does get deleted because it's just so boring, and I spent so much time trying to pick windows and stuff, and this was tough. But basically, the whole idea is it's an old lady who's actually a witch, but people in town don't really know she's a witch. And she has like this little store where she sells like witchy books and crystals and stuff. But like it's all like fun, right? Like, oh, she's a witch. And then she has this young girl who lives with her who is kind of like orphaned, and she just finds her and she comes and lives with her. And she's like looking for her family, like that kind of vibe. And she ends up like living with her in her little witchy house and helping her find her family. Obviously, that's not what happens. It's fake, not real. But that was kind of the vibe I went for. And I feel like when you're building houses in The Sims, unless you have like, oh, I want this house, I think if you can't kind of get that inspiration, I really do think making like a plot for these characters is really good. I can only apologize for these windows. This is crazy. But yeah, I wanted it to kind of have a lot of light. And this is me pure experimenting. I obviously went back to those windows again, and I wanted to use as many Realm of Magic items and like windows and stuff as possible. And I'll be doing other builds in Glimmerbrook as well. Like I want to do like a big witchy family house, like the like richest people in the town, and they are like a big famous witch family. I want to do like a house like that. You have to bear with me because that would take some time. Um, and I am really happy with how the witch's house turned out. It was so odd, but I loved it. And I spend a lot of time here moving things about, trying to kind of make it look okay and make sure it's not weird, if you know what I mean. That doesn't make any sense, but kind of just to make sure it doesn't look out of place and I want it to look believable, you know. I really, the pavement stuff, I just wish if you make pavements in the world, give us those pavements and those paths in build mode so that we can use them, please. Because I had to pick some random stone path. This is just, I tried so hard. I wanted it to be small because I kind of wanted, like the lot's small, you know, it's like long, but it's really small. And this does not go well because obviously a sim has to be able to walk up and down it as well. And like walk around and grab things. And I think I may put a few small business stuff in here, but I didn't save them on the gallery like that. But I figured you could put your own stuff in. You could use maybe one of the selling tables to kind of turn it into a shop. Oh, here we go, moving it again. It does not stay that way. It does not stay in that direction. There we go. It moved. And but you could use business and hobbies. You could use get to work to kind of make this like a functional shop. But obviously then the only way it's going to be a functional shop and like a business and then a house, like a residential house, is if you have the businesses and hobbies pack. However, if you can keep this residential and then maybe put the market stall thing there. So now we're inside and we're moving things about. The glass doors there are purely there for like placement, so I can figure out how to do it. I did realize pretty quickly that those tiny rooms are basically not usable. I use one as kind of like to get down to the basement. You'll see the stairs there, but I do change that to a ladder later, purely because I needed more room for the bedrooms as well. The stairs for this, crazy work, crazy. I wanted to at one point have outside stairs. I actually don't even think I kept it all in. Oh, you can see here it's turned to ladders. I did really like this. I think I cut out the outside stairs. Basically, there was a lot of time I spent trying to place the stairs outside, and it was brutal. I'm assuming I cut it out. The roofs, I cut out a bunch of the roof as well. So difficult to do, and I've definitely seen how they're done. Like I actually googled like how to do like a roof with this many sides. I don't know what roof we go with. We go back to that one, and I think it's just weird because there's like diagonal walls there as well. But I thought, you know what, who gives a crap? Not me, okay, not me. And then now we're just working on the bathroom, and I didn't want to change that to a square wall because I wanted it to be like a weird angle because it's like a little witch house. Like it's weird. So I decided more diagonal walls was the smart choice. And I think this is kind of the layout we stay with it, like a few walls change, but I think we pretty much stay with this layout. Bathroom in the middle and then 2 bedrooms. We have like the main bedroom and then the guest bedroom. As you can see, I'm basically going through and picking out the packs. I really thought these were the right packs to have because I feel like if you have the Realm of Magic pack, then you might like playing with occult, so maybe you'll have the werewolves pack and the vampires pack and the life and death pack. I think I removed werewolves at some point because I used one item and then changed it. The wallpaper, right? Because I wanted it to have the paneling, but then was like, would different colored paneling around the room be weird? I think I do end up going with different paneling because I wanted to use this like flower wallpaper, but then also wanted to use the Realm of Magic wallpaper. And I didn't use everything from Realm of Magic because I also thought I can use that in other builds and I don't want every house to be like a copy paste. I think the only thing that changes here in this is I think the spare bedroom gets smaller and then we extend the wall back to put a fireplace in. This changes so much the basement because I wanted to fit in the big witch circle and then the cauldron and then also like the potion making stuff. But I think we end up putting potion making in the store actually after we change it. And I love this so much. Look how cute it is with the little bookcase door. I thought there's no better place to use the bookcase door than in this house to hide her little witchy cave basement thing. And the bathroom as well. I don't think I don't think I stick with these accents, but I did want to use like ornate furniture. I thought it would be really cute, and then obviously using like the witchy stuff as well, like the realm of magic stuff. It is so hard to like talk through this as well. Like I feel like I'm missing things and I'm just yippity yapping. As you can see, yeah, I've changed the toilet there. Because I think I made it seem too like rich and was like, this is just like like she's not like crazy wealthy, like she's a humble little witch. And I don't know why I'm building with the grid on. I usually take the grid off because it just traumatizes me. And I wanted to make sure I used a bunch of like witchy kind of lights. Oh my god, I keep saying witchy. The realm of magic lights. And stuff. That's why I use like little bees. And I also think I tried to make it functional off grid as well, which was an odd one for me, but I tried. I did think that that wall was the only reasonable place for the kitchen, and then I couldn't make the angle work for me, and then was like, I'm gonna have to put a dining table in somewhere and then a sofa. So then we ended up going with this kind of like teeny tiny like galley kitchen kind of thing. And I put a window in an odd place here as well, like behind that counter next to the fridge. But I may even actually move that fridge. I'm not sure the fridge stays there, but I also could be wrong. This is me trying to figure out what table and chairs to use. I really wanted to use a tall, like single tile table and then use the chairs. But that tall table is obviously a bar table, so you use stools. And I wish it was the normal table and chairs. I think we use a longish table here, I believe. I think it stays. And I know we like do a ton of art and stuff. And um, I wanted it to look cohesive, but also kind of eclectic. I wanted it to kind of have that vibe of she's collected things over the years and just thrown everything into the house. And I did check all of this as well. It is all functional, even though it's quite a small space. It wouldn't be. I would love it to be like a tiny home, but it's definitely not with the combination of the shop as well. Um, I would say my strong suit in The Sims and building is not cluttering. Oh god, I forgot I did this. We pulled out terrain tools. I wanted it to be hilly, and I'm not big on terrain tools, but I gave it a go, and I decorated the terrain and like put plants and stuff. And that's something I'll say I'm not too bad at is like decorating the terrain with like plants and trees. I feel like I have like a good system, which I think is actually a little Simsy system, where it's like, I think I could be wrong, but it's just like a big tree, medium plants, small plants, and then like a bit of grass. I could be wrong. Sorry if I am, but I think I spent a lot of time in these rooms as well, specifically that side bedroom, the spare one, because I was like, I want it to kind of look like maybe somebody else used to have that room, but then also not fill it with stuff and kind of have it so that like whoever you want to move into this lot, I guess, you could just fiddle about with it and make sense. I love this. Putting those two windows together is my favorite thing, and I love that it's able to be done. I also did medium wall height here because I think there was something that it had to. I can't remember why I had to do it, but there was definitely a reason why I was like, no, I have to do medium wall height. Um, I think the shop just looked better with medium wall height. I love this as well because we used Crystal Creations as well. Apologies, that was one of the packs I used. I was really excited to use that because I haven't even played with that pack yet, but I love all the items. And I thought like her shop could be like a little crystal shop, and she could be like selling crystals and stuff when like people just buy them like because they're like a crystal girl or something, but in actuality they have magical powers, and if you charge them. And yeah, I used a lot of dark furniture in here. I tried to use things I didn't use often, like I never used that leather chair ever, and I don't think I ever used that bed either. And I used the double bed version of it and the single bed version, and I think I put a photo up as well, kind of just as like maybe she had a son who died or a husband who died or something like that. Curtains, love putting a curtain in a lot, love it. Couldn't you? And I've never used those curtains before, so I was really happy about it. I was like, it's such a weird curtain to use, but it works with this kind of situation. And then now we are just getting into me decorating, and I actually really like this. Looking at it now, thinking back to it, I really hate it, but now I'm kind of like, do you know what? No, I like it. It's cute, and I could play in this house. And oh yeah, so I oh, get tool mod please, because I tried to do this and it was just a mess. Like I really wanted to like place that photo like kind of like slanted on the dresser, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. We have so much left in this build already. Like we've still got to redo the shop, which is not my proudest moment. You can bulldoze the shop if you like. You can bulldoze the whole thing. I don't care. You don't have to ever watch this either. And I tried to use a bunch of items I hadn't used before, and I picked like those plates and that shelf unit for the lot traits. I really wanted it to be able to like work off grid as well. This is very dark. I do apologize. This is basically me trying to pick natural lights. I was like, I want to make sure everything that I pick works off grid. Checking the packs that I used, just double checking I haven't screwed up. And I wanted to make sure everything was usable off grid, and that's why I did a lot of candles. I also removed those bee lights, but those lights work off grid. I remember checking after that, they actually do work. I don't think I put them back in, but I think I may use them in the shop. So this is me trying to clutter. I'm not very good at it. Please don't judge me. Decorating on The Sims is not my forte at all. I kind of get overwhelmed and then go, less is more, less is more. And I wanted to make sure, I think I put off the land as well, like that you get your food and you have to cook with your food. I think that was one of the lot traits I wanted to use, or great soil or something like that. And I put a few plants outside because I figured she would like farm and stuff. And then in the basement, this changes a lot as well after I build the shop. I think it gets bigger and then it gets smaller. This was hard because I was like, I want to use all this stuff. I want to use like the wand box. I want to use the crystal making like desk thing. But I think I moved that to the shop after I build it again. And then I was like, I'm going to put some cobwebs up. And I think it could have stayed like this. I think what ruins this right now is the like circle, the rug that I put down. This is kind of what changes it for me because I have to make it bigger and bigger, and then it kind of just gets ugly. We do change it again, I think, and I think it does get smaller again, but for the time being, it was ugly. And I thought a chest table was needed as well. So now we're just working on foliage and stuff. So this is, I kind of felt really proud about this. It kind of went to shit after I deleted the build and put it back together again. I wish we had more of the vines and stuff to go on the walls in more sizes, more shapes, more angles. Just because I found it really hard working with these and making it look natural, I guess. But I also love that little sign on the door. I love that so much. I struggled with this because I wanted it not to have like harsh edges, so that's why there's plants coming down and down and down and down. I think we are about to delete that shop soon. It's gonna go, but I wanted it as well. I wanted the terrain to be able to walk up to it, hence the path. I think I moved that tree as well so the path is easier connected. Maybe I could be wrong. Look, all this terrain paint I'm doing that I'm about to delete. Yikes. I've learned to start leaving terrain paint till the end because the amount of times I've put terrain paint down and then after like 20 minutes it just disappears, which is trauma. More plants. I actually am really, really proud of like the terrain and stuff I did here. I thought it looked really cool and it was fun. I know there's a rock near the back that I hated, but oh my god, this is so cute. I built this. And do you know what? I know it's not like the best. I'm not a pro builder or anything, but I was really happy with it. I think my vision, I did struggle with it a little bit trying to find out what I actually wanted to do, but I do like what came out of it. Here's me just trying shit to make the walls look more interesting. I'm so glad I put that chimney on as well. Could have done without the vines on that wall. Love a planter box in the window. Very cute. Just, you know what, if in doubt, whack a tree there. If you think there's too much space, just whack a tree there. I think I lost my mind with the planting and stuff because the rocks are obviously just sticking out the side, so I have to try and hide them, and then I'm smoothing the terrain, and then it's just not functional anymore, and it's a lot of tension, a lot of pressure that I gave myself. I think with B.move objects on, placing rocks and stuff like that is easy because you can place them off lot as well a little bit. we're now going to go in and delete that building, I believe. I'm waiting for it. I don't know why I kept coming out of it, which is odd. Just adding more decoration to the wall. Big fan of the paint rip and stuff. Watching me add stuff to this big square building is actually quite upsetting, given the fact I know I'm about to demolish it. It's like, oh girl, all that work you did. I think it turned out better. This is me thinking it's done, but I come back and change it. Because I basically forgot about it for a couple of weeks and then came back to it and was like, I hate the big square building. There we go. There she goes. I do prefer this. I love that roof so much. And like the way the windows worked, I really do like it. And I do this again. This is my favorite thing to do with those windows. I love it so much. That, I didn't know you could do that. Dream. Love it. I wanted that balcony to be accessible, but not like to be used. And I did want to use another one of those circle windows. I think it could have done without it, but I enjoyed it. I also wanted to use that big window, which is why it's there. It looks a bit odd, but I'm happy with it. I really did struggle with the shop. I think it looks a bit empty and bare at the end, but I think you would fill it. You would obviously fill it with crystals and stuff. And as you can see, the bee lights are back because they do work off grid. And this is me basically just trying to figure out how I want to decorate the space. But then I realized I think I put a door on that balcony as well. And making a counter, like a shop counter, a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. But and placing all of these shelves, that kind of stressed me out a little bit because I didn't want it to feel too cluttered. But I feel like once everything's decorated, like once there's actually stuff there, it won't feel so ridiculous. Like it will feel full. I think I do move that case from under the stairs. Yeah, I do. And then we put like a mirror here, which I thought was cute because you can try on the jewelry. And then this is where her crystal thing goes upstairs because I love that weighing thing. Oh my God, I'm losing it. I'm losing what I'm talking about. But I was really proud of the upstairs. I do remove one of those bookcases as well. And then I put like a few paintings around, tried to use a bit of decor that I don't usually use. And the table in the middle of that store, I thought when you walk into a crystal store, there's always a table in the middle that is just cluttered with stuff. So I did try and use that. Again, having to re-vine the walls or re-ivy the walls. Stress. And I put another door there. There we go. I was like, are you gonna put a door there, girl? And then some decor. I think I put rugs down. I put some candles. I was really proud of this because it could be functional. It really could be. You just need to put like your little tablet thing for people to check in on, and then maybe a little tail if you're using Get to Work. And you can just put items. You can change your tables as well to the pack you have. I was really happy with this. I think it's really cute. I tried to layer rugs, didn't go well. And then I don't know what rug I ended up using. I kind of wish I'd stuck with the layering rugs. I think that would have been cute. And then I wanted like that statue. I really wish I'd stuck with that as well, like had him facing the other way. I thought that was funny. And then we have obviously a few paintings. Really think I should get tool mod. I think tool mod would do wonders for me. With like laying paintings down and stuff, but I just don't think I have the patience to learn tool mod. I think I put a few boxes down here, just like, she ordered crystals or she ordered like plants or something. I thought maybe that chest could have something interesting in. And then this is where we kind of redo the basement. But that is our little witchy shop house lot. I'm really happy with it. I think it's cute. It's not crazy, but I think it's a bit fun. It's different than anything I've ever built before. And I think that's why I'm being so kind to myself. But I really hope you guys like it, or at least like the thought I put into it. I'm just going to jump into The Sims and basically just show you what the lot looks like now. I am very proud of it. I do want to do the camera movement thing that everybody does at the end of their builds, but I think I called it something as well. I gave it a name, Runestone Grove. Very proud of it. I'm happy with it, you know? For it being my first build out of nowhere, I'm quite proud. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will be uploading a couple more speed builds if that's okay. Just to give it a go, because when I would love to just do a build on video, and maybe sometime I will, but I second guess a lot and take so much time and go back and change things and panic, so I just don't know if that would be too fun, but I could always give it a go. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do want the building, it will be on my library and my gallery under Renoa B. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.